World War III, happening in 2025, would involve careful consideration of geopolitical trends, military capabilities, and potential triggers that could lead to such a catastrophic global conflict. Here's a detailed outline to guide you through this hypothetical scenario. Introduction to World War III. In 2025, set the stage by explaining the hypothetical scenario of World War III breaking out in 2025 and its global implications. Purpose. State the purpose of exploring this scenario, including examining possible causes, consequences, and preventive measures. Section 1. Geopolitical landscape in 2025. Global powers. Describe the geopolitical dynamics among major global powers, for example, United States, China, Russia, European Union, in 2025, focusing on alliances, rivalries, and strategic interests. Regional tensions. Analyze regional tensions and conflicts, for example, in the Middle East, Asia-Pacific, Eastern Europe, that contribute to global instability. Triggers and catalysts. Potential triggers. Discuss potential triggers for World War III in 2025, such as Asia-Pacific, Eastern Europe, that contribute to global instability. Territorial disputes, economic conflicts, ideological clashes, or technological vulnerabilities. Cyber warfare. Explore the role of cyber warfare, misinformation campaigns, and digital espionage in escalating tensions and triggering conflict. Military capabilities and technological advances. Military strength. Assess the military capabilities of key nations in 2025, including advancements in conventional forces, nuclear arsenals, space warfare, and autonomous weapons. Emerging technologies. Discuss the impact of emerging technologies, for example, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, on military strategy and warfare tactics. Escalation and global impact. Nuclear escalation. Explore scenarios of nuclear escalation, including the potential use of nuclear weapons and the impact on global security and humanitarian consequences. Economic warfare. Analyze economic warfare tactics such as sanctions, trade wars, and financial manipulation, and their role in exacerbating global instability. Humanitarian consequences and refugees. Humanitarian crisis. Address the humanitarian consequences of World War III, including displacement, refugee crises, humanitarian aid efforts, and global responses. Environmental impact. Discuss the environmental impact of war, including damage to ecosystems, pollution, and climate change implications. Diplomatic efforts and conflict resolution. Diplomatic initiatives. Evaluate diplomatic efforts to prevent or mitigate conflict, mediate disputes, and promote international cooperation. Peace building and reconstruction. Discuss strategies for post-war peace building, reconstruction efforts, and international collaboration in rebuilding affected regions. Future scenarios and preventive measures. Future scenarios. Speculate on potential future scenarios post-WW3, including geopolitical realignments, international institutions' roles, and long-term global stability. Preventive measures. Explore lessons learned from the hypothetical scenario and discuss preventive measures to avoid such catastrophic conflicts in the future. Summarize key findings and insights gained from exploring the hypothetical scenario of World War III in 2025. Reflection. Discuss the importance of global cooperation, conflict prevention, and diplomacy in maintaining peace and security in an interconnected world. Expert insights include perspectives from historians, political scientists, military analysts, diplomats, and policymakers to provide diverse viewpoints. Visuals incorporate maps, archival footage, graphics, and animations to illustrate key points and enhance viewer understanding. Narrative style relates thoughtful discussion about the potential risks and consequences of a World War III scenario in 2025. Surviving World War III, if it were to occur, would depend on numerous factors including individual preparedness, geopolitical circumstances, and the nature of the conflict itself. Here are some considerations. Individual preparedness emergency planning. Having a well-thought-out emergency plan that includes evacuation routes, emergency supplies, food, water, medical supplies, and communication strategies is crucial. Shelter and protection. Identifying safe shelters, such as underground bunkers or reinforced buildings, can provide protection from nuclear fallout or conventional attacks. Health and safety. Understanding basic first aid and medical care, as well as maintaining personal hygiene and sanitation, would be essential during times of crisis. Geopolitical factors. Location. Proximity to potential conflict zones and strategic targets could influence safety and survival. Areas far from major military installations or potential targets may be less affected. Government and infrastructure. The stability of local government, availability of emergency services, and the resilience of infrastructure, electricity, water, communication, would impact survival. International relations, global alliances and diplomatic efforts could influence the duration and intensity of the conflict, potentially affecting the ability to access resources and aid. Nature of the conflict nuclear threat. In the case of nuclear conflict, the immediate effects, blast, heat, radiation, and long-term consequences, nuclear winter, radioactive fallout, would pose significant challenges to survival. Conventional warfare. Conventional warfare would still pose threats such as bombings, ground combat, and disruption of essential services, requiring similar preparedness measures. Cyber and economic warfare. Disruption of communication networks, financial systems, and critical infrastructure could complicate survival efforts and recovery. Community and global response community support. Building strong community networks and cooperation can enhance resilience and mutual aid during times of crisis. International aid. Depending on the scale and duration of the conflict, international humanitarian aid and support from neighboring countries or allies could be crucial for survival. Post-conflict reconstruction. Planning for post-conflict recovery and rebuilding infrastructure, economy, and social institutions would be essential for long-term survival and stability. Surviving World War III would be a daunting challenge requiring preparedness, resilience, and adaptation to rapidly changing circumstances. While individual survival strategies are important, ultimately the hope lies in our ability to learn from history, prioritize diplomacy over aggression, and work together as a global community to safeguard our shared future. Let us endeavor to pursue paths of peace, resilience, and mutual respect, ensuring that the specter of World War III remains a cautionary tale rather than a grim reality. Thank you for exploring this challenging topic with me. Together, we can contribute to a world where peace prevails and the aspirations of all people for a better tomorrow are realized.